covering few of the service process concepts, and then we'll be covering few of the automated processes. So I'll make you as a presenter because I want you to do all these things. So
Okay.
you can share your screen directly, right? I have to do something.
I'm still not the presenter.
Okay. Sunny has to make you a presenter, is it?
Okay, let me see if I can make myself. Okay, I made myself a presenter. Just a minute, I'm just sharing. Your oh,
Yeah. So as you know, in service processes, we mainly use cases and solutions. So these are the main objects which we use. So cases will be used to store the user customers' complaints, and solutions will be provided by the representatives of any company where is providing the service, right?
okay, okay.
Yeah. So for each case record, you can actually build a case team inside the Salesforce. So the case team's responsibility will be to handle that particular case record and try to resolve that case and provide a
Okay.
solution case.
Okay.
So in a particular case team, what that case team includes is the users inside the Salesforce. And for each user, you can actually assign a particular role. So for that, what you have to do is first you have to create a case team role. So in the
Okay.
quick find search box, just search for a case team role.
Um, what is it? Case team role.
Team,
Okay.
yeah, case team roles. You can click on new. So you can specify the role name. You can say sales case manager like that.
Okay.
And then after that, you can define a access level for that particular role. It can be private, it can be read only or read write. So as it's the the role is manager, you can give full access to it. You can save that. So create one more role. Again, search for roles, or you can go back to the create new. Here you can say uh, representative or something. For him also you can give full access because he only will be handling the cases.
Okay.
So now our roles are there. So what you can do is You can go to case tab and create one case record.
Sorry.
Yes.
Any other details?
Sorry?
Any other details in there?
No, no, that is fine. I think all the required parameters are set, right? So that should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
These options.
Not required for now.
Okay.
That second option was for send email notification to contact, means the case will be for any particular customer, right? And the customer will be having a contact.
Mm.
So all the time whenever you create a case, you will be attaching it to a contact. So whenever a case record gets created, if you want to notify that particular customer, then you can select that flag.
Okay.
So there are two tabs, speed and details, right? Click on details tab. So just scroll down and see if there is case team related list.
No.
It's not there. Okay. So we'll edit the layout and we'll add it. We'll add the case team. So do you see the pencil pen icon
This one.
in the middle? There are, yeah, edit layout, right? So click on that edit layout. So select related list option from the, yeah. So there should be case team. So just drag and drop the case team related list. Okay, it's added. So save the layout. Click on save. Now just scroll down and check whether we have a case team related list. If yes, then
Yes.
we can create a case team. Is
Update
there, right?
case.
So now you can create a case team. So just click on that button, update case team members. So here you can select different users and you can assign different roles to them.
Okay.
You can select one manager and two, three representatives like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that should be fine. You can click on save. So apart from these team members, now you can actually have a predefined case team also. So if this team is not there, then they can, the predefined team can handle that case like that.
Mm, I can get it. How can that be done?
Sorry?
I mean, how can that be done? Like, when do we set the predefined?
So
Oh,
when you clicked on that update case team members, right? So at the last you had a predefined team members option. This second section is predefined case teams, right?
oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can have that predefined case team also. So right now you don't have the predefined case team, I think. So whenever you search for a case team in the quick find search box, right? So there you will find predefined case teams. So once you define that, you can specify that predefined case team over here.
Okay.
So whenever whatever case team you have created, that team members are not there, then the predefined case team can handle that case like that.
Okay. Okay.
You are getting it?
Yeah, yeah, getting it.
Just scroll down. We have a case team right now, right? For that case record. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we have a
Case.
case team. Yeah. So this is how we can create a case team for each and every record. And the case team's responsibility is to provide the solution for that complaint, user's complaint.
Okay.
So now as we have a case team, all the users inside the case team means all the representatives should be providing the solutions. So how to provide the solutions is you can now open the solutions tab in one another tab. You can go up and you should be having one solutions tab, right?
Okay. Just a minute.
Yeah. So in the recent solution section, we have a new button. So click on new. Recent solution section. New. So solutions mean solution here means nothing but the description of the solution, what exactly you have provided. So suppose Flipkart is having a call center. So suppose any one of the customer has raised a complaint regarding the product, that the product is defective and all. So the representative, what the representative will provide inside the solution is they will say that the product was checked and it is defective, so we are replacing the product. Like that the solution details will be mentioned, and solution title can be any meaningful title we can give.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can specify any title and then the solution details.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solution. It's okay.
Yeah, that's right. As the solution record is created, we should be attaching it to the particular case. So now you can go to case record in the first tab. Mm. Go down, you will be having a solutions related list. So you have one search box over there, right? So in that
Yeah.
search box, after or there is one search box, right?
Yeah.
So there you can specify the title of that solution and then click on find solution. Test is fine, I think. So you got the record. You have to click on select, actually go back and you have to click on
Okay.
select action.
So here. Okay.
Yeah, so you have to select that record, click on select. Now to this case, actually the solution record which we have created is attached. So this is actually the solution for this case.
Okay.
So apart from this solution, uh, the representative might have created one document as well to refer what exactly was the issue and all. So he might create a document for that solution, and what he can do is he can attach it. So you see one attachments related list at the last, second last I think.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
So now you can click on attach file. So there is an option to upload a file.
Okay.
So first step is to choose a file. So from your from your local computer, you can select a file. Now you can click on attach file. Now done. Now if you see in the attachment related list, you will see the document attached.
Okay.
It's there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this is how the service process can actually manage. There should be a case team, proper case team, and the case team will be responsible for providing solutions. So once they get the solution, they actually have to create a solution record, and if they have any document related to a solution, then they can attach it. So like that we can manage the service process.
Okay.
Are you clear about this, or you have any doubt?
It is clear. This is clear.
Okay. So now we'll go through the automated processes concepts. So what is meant by automated processes is uh, when we will be having lots of data inside Salesforce. So whenever we want to change the data, or whenever we want to perform any data operation, instead of you uh, doing a customization, means instead of writing a code, there are some point and click functionalities inside Salesforce. So that we can use. So there are three main point and click functionalities, means the processes. One is called as workflow rules, second is the process builder, and third one is the approval process. So today we'll be going through workflow rules and process builder. So we'll start
Okay.
with the workflow rule. Yeah. So workflow rule will be triggered whenever you create any record or create and edit any record. So in both the cases, the workflow can be triggered automatically. So
Okay.
you can go to setup in the quick find search box, search for a workflow rules. You click on workflow rules. So you can click on continue. So using workflow rule, you can actually perform 3 to 4 basic operations. One thing you can do is you can do a field update. Second thing you can do is you can create a new task. Third thing you can do is you can send the outbound message. Outbound message means you can send a message to a third party system, means the external system from Salesforce. So that you can do. That is the third one. And the fourth one is you can send the email. So all these 4 operations will be performed when the workflow rule gets triggered. And when the workflow rule will get triggered is when you try to insert or update any record, at that time the workflow rule will get triggered, and that too automatically. So now we'll
Okay.
try to create a workflow. So you can click on new rule. Now here you have to specify the object. So all the time whenever you create a workflow rule, you always have to specify the object. Means if that object's records are getting created or edited, at that time only this specific workflow rule will get triggered.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can specify any object on which you want to have a workflow rule. So for now you can just select account for an example. Then you can click on next. Now you can specify a rule name. So you can say update account for now. So this is the first step. After that, the second step is to mm, go up, go up. The second step is to specify the evaluation criteria. Evaluation criteria means when this workflow rule should get triggered, when the record get created, and the second option is when the record is created and every time it's edited, and the third option is created and anytime it's edited to subsequently meet the criteria. So first option should be clear to you, right? So whenever the
Yes.
record is created, all the time this workflow rule should get triggered. The
Okay.
second option says that whenever the workflow rule gets triggered or whenever it is edited, at that time it should get triggered. And the third option says is whenever it's created or and anytime it's edited to subsequently meet the criteria. What it exactly means is in the third step you are actually specifying some criteria. Means if this field's value is this, then only this workflow rule should get triggered. So what this third option says is if whenever the record gets created and if it is satisfying the criteria in the third option, then this workflow rule should get triggered. And if suppose we edit the record and again it is meeting the criteria, at that time also it should get triggered.
Okay.
You are getting or confused? You can tell me.
Uh, no, I am getting it. I understood. So,
Yeah. So in the third step you are actually specifying the criteria, right? So in the evaluation criteria, the third option, what it says is in the first whenever the record gets created, at that time also it will get triggered workflow, and in the subsequent edit, if again it is satisfying the thing, then also it will get triggered.
okay.
Getting right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So for now, just select the first option, evaluation criteria first created, and then we'll specify some rule criteria. Scroll down. So in the rule criteria also you have two options. Criterias are made and formula evaluates to true. So in the second option you can have one formula, and if that returns true, then the workflow rule will get triggered. So you can specify any criteria over here. So for now we'll just go through the first option where we'll specify one field value. So you can select any field and you can specify any value for that. You can say true thing. Active might be a boolean value, I think. It might be true or
Okay.
false, I think. Yeah.
I thought I'll take.
You can select, you might select a billing city or something. If the billing city is like this, then you can. or billing country or something. Specify any city name.
So I'm going to say
That is fine. So click on save and next now. Now in all these earlier steps, what we have defined is we have just defined the steps to when this trigger, when this workflow rule should get triggered. That only we have defined. But what action we should perform on the after triggering this workflow rule, that we have not defined. So this is the third step where we can actually define the action. Is what this workflow rule should perform. So if you click on add workflow action, so we'll see a list of actions. So what you can do is you can create new tasks, or you can send an email, you can do a field update, you can send an outbound message. So these four options are there. So for now we'll just do a new field update. So select the third option. Now here you can select the field to update, which field you want to update, that you can select. So suppose if the billing city is Bangalore, then you want to change it to some other city, then you can select that. Otherwise, you can select something else. So if you want to have it blank, if the billing city is like this, then you want to put it blank, then you can use the first. Otherwise, you can specify one formula field. So you can select the second option, and here I think you can give any value that you want in the box, input box. I think quotes might not be required, but just check.
not required.
May not be required, but for now we'll just check.
Okay.
Yeah, save. So now our workflow rule is ready. So you can click on done. Now, after creating a workflow rule, if you want to use that workflow rule, you always have to make it active. So there is one activate button. So you have to activate it. Click on activate. Now try to create one account record and just check whether the workflow rule will get executed or not.
So it is changed.
change it. So our workflow rule is working fine.
Yep.
So go back to that workflow rule again. We'll see a few more concepts again.
Okay. I should have. Okay.
Now deactivate it. I think we'll create one more workflow rule. So you can go to the back to list workflow rules. So again, we'll create on account itself. So you can select account. Again, you can say send email. You can say we'll try to send an email. Now let it be the third option in the evaluation criteria, and in the rule criteria, whatever you want to specify, you can specify. Any condition you can put. Now you can select account site. Maybe if the account site is Facebook, then like that you can do. Save and next. Now instead of adding the immediate workflow actions, so now in the actions you have two types of actions: immediate workflow actions and time dependent workflow actions. So immediate workflow actions means whenever the trigger gets executed, immediately the action which you have defined in the workflow rule will get executed. But in the time dependent workflow actions, what you can do is you can actually can have an action, but you can specify the time. So at what time this should get executed. It won't get executed immediately, but you can define the time.
Okay.
So you have a add time trigger option, right? So you can click on that. And in time dependent workflow actions are not available for all the three evaluation criteria. Means we have created and every time it's edited, and the third option is there, right? So time dependent workflow actions are available only for the third option and not for the first two.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So here you can actually specify after how many days you want to trigger this action. You can specify the days, or there is an option for hours. I think hours, minutes. I think. Yeah, hours is there. Then you have after and before maybe. So if you select the now, as you have selected the account created date, so 1 hour after the account creation time, the this action will be performed.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can click on save. So now we have just specified the time, but we have not added any action. So you have to click on add workflow action. Not there. That is for immediate workflow. You have to go below
Oh,
in the time dependent workflow action. Yeah. So you can click on new email alert. So here you can specify description name. So there are some predefined email templates that are available, means it will have some content in the body, and also for now you can just select anything.
I'll say.
Yeah, you can say. So now our workflow rule is ready. You can click on done and you can activate it. You can just cancel this. I think it's not required.
Okay. It is not allowing, I think.
Okay. I think you can, means on which user's context it should be triggered, like that they are asking. So you can give your username only.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you can create one record and you can check whether the email is sent to you and all after 1 hour. You can check. You can create one account. Now you can check you after 1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have any doubt regarding the workflow rule, you can ask.
I think it is okay. I mean, I think I'll have to try the other three options. Maybe I'll try on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
So I have one document on this workflow rules in detailed document. So I will just send it across to you and just check.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So there is one more automated process which is called as process builder. So I think we don't have that much time, so we'll cover it tomorrow. For now,
Okay.
we'll just cover the data loader part.
Okay.
So what is meant by data loader is a data loader is a tool which you can install on your local system to just export the data or import the data to the Salesforce. It's
Okay.
actually a tool. So in the quick find search box, if you can search for a data loader, click on that data loader. Based on your machine, whether it's Windows or Mac, so you can just click on any one link, and now the data loader tool is getting downloaded, the exe file. Once it gets downloaded, you can just install it.
Okay.
The main use of this data loader tool is to import and export the data, the Salesforce or from the Salesforce. Try to install that.
It's not come up. What's happening?
What happened?
Yeah, it came.
Single user, it's fine.
I think I clicked multiple times on it. Oh, it's asking for Java runtime and I'm
So,
click on.
yeah, so you need to install the JRE 1.8 on this tool.
Okay.
We have covered the case team part, right? So similarly, for opportunities and account as well, there are teams, means there are account teams and opportunity teams. So you can go through that as well. So once this JRE gets installed, just check whether it works. Otherwise, you have to. I think you have to check for another JRE version and then you have to try.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah. So fine for today. I think we'll
okay,
continue tomorrow.
okay. I'll set this up and keep it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Fine.
Yeah.
So I think I don't have your email ID. So can you just ping me your email ID so that I can send that workflow rule document to you?
Sure, sure. I'll ping in the group.
Sorry?
I'll just ping in the group.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll continue the installation. Okay.
Sorry?
Yeah, I'll continue the installation. Maybe we can.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'll exit the meeting.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.